In this video, I will be doing a review of the Franklin Covey Starter Pack. This video will be helpful if you want to know exactly what's included in the Starter Pack. Also, the Starter Pack is an essential piece of the Franklin Planner system. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I plan to use the Starter Pack. Hi everyone, my name is Tonya. I make videos on functional planning, organization, and small business. Hi, are you on Facebook? If so, please search for Tonya Plans Franklin Covey Blogger and like and follow my page. Are you watching from YouTube? If so, hey, hi! Please be sure to like this video and subscribe. And are you on Instagram? If so, please follow me at Tonya_plans. All of the items that you see in this video can be found by expanding the description area underneath the YouTube video and clicking on the link. Also, you can save money on the Franklin Planner website by using the promo code TONYAPLANS. I decided to purchase another Franklin Covey starter pack because I recently switched planner sizes, and I'll be doing a separate video on why I changed planner sizes. But I needed the starter pack in my new planner size, and I wanted to refresh my plans for the new year. I wanted fresh goal planning pages and fresh everything so that I could take another look at what I plan to do in 2020. So I'm going to move this out of the way. This is the Franklin Planner Original Daily Planner here, which is a day on 2 pages. I'm just going to move this out of the way, so we're just going to focus on what's in the starter pack. So let's open it up. Now I have the classic size here, which is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And this is the cover page. So the first thing I see here that you get the pouch page finder, and this is where you would keep your weekly compass. I did a video on the weekly compass, and if you're watching from YouTube, I will put the video, I will link it right here in the upper right hand corner if you're interested. But this is a very important part of the Franklin Planner system. You get this pouch page finder, and it has like a ruler here on the side. So if you need a ruler real quick, you'll have that right there. Next, you get a sheet of tabs along with some blank tabs. So I'm just going to quickly read what's on these tabs. Community, sharpen the saw, email, websites, medical, client, fitness, projects, friends, family, school, shopping list, phone calls, quotes, I love quotes, household, travel, voicemail, journal, notes, and financial. So those are some ideas of some sections you can have in your planner. Next, these are the weekly compass cards. The weekly compass cards go in the pouch page finder here. So, and they're perforated. There are 2 on each page. And I'm going to just show you real quickly how this fits in the pouch page finder. But on the weekly compass, and I'm just going to quickly go over this because I don't want to make this video too long, but on the weekly compass you will put things that are important to you that you don't want to lose sight on, because sometimes we have so many things written on our to-do list and we're running from task to task to task to task. You don't want to forget what's important in your life, and that's what goes here on your weekly compass. It helps you focus on relationships, things that are most important in your life, your big rocks, and your roles. So real quickly here at the top it says roll, sharpen the saw. So here you can put what's the most important thing you can do this week for your physical well-being. For example, you might want to put there, well, the most important thing I can do is work out. What's the most important thing you can do this week for social and emotional, for mental and for spiritual? And then at the bottom here are roles. And here you identify, and I'll show you the sheets where you identify your roles in life. But everyone has roles. It could be that you're a coworker. It could be that you're a daughter or a son. It could be that you are a mother. It could be that you're a spouse. Well, those roles, that's a role, and that will go here. And then under the role, you'll put your big rocks. What's the most important thing you can do this week in that role? So let's say, for example, I don't know, I could put the role, I'm a mother. And so I would want to think about what's the most important thing I could do as a mother. It could be to help your child with something that particular week that will really exemplify your role as a mother, and you can write that there. And the great thing about this is you put it in the pouch page finder and it stays in the front in your plans. And it is just amazing because this isn't just you writing a bunch of lists and trying to get things done. It's truly about designing the life that you want based on your values, based on what's important to you. And that's what makes the Franklin Planner system so powerful. You get 52 weekly compass cards. This is enough for a whole year because there are 52 weeks in a year. So there are 52 weekly compass cards here. Just move to the next section. In the back looks like that. For this next section, there is a planner guide. And there are a few pages of the planner guide. And on here it talks about, you get an introduction to the planner guide, and it talks about the Franklin Covey planner components. Here it talks about achieving your highest priorities. The Franklin Planner system is based on this pyramid. The pyramid, this is the base of everything, identifying your values. Take a moment and identify what's important to you. Is family important to you? Well, then that's a value. So that your activities and the things that you do from day to day shouldn't lose sight of your family if family is a value. Once you identify your values, next you set goals. And then from there, you plan weekly and plan daily. And that's just an overview of how the Franklin Planner system works. So here it talks about step 2, setting goals, goal planning, the monthly planner pages. And then next here is a section on the introduction to the values and mission statement. So here it talks about the activities that you can do to clarify your values. And I also did a video on developing a personal mission statement. If you're watching from YouTube, I will put it right here in this upper right hand corner. So now we're going to get into the activity. Now this says activity 1, values. So in this activity you have sections where you can write in your values. And many times you'll find we all tend to have more than one value. I just cut this video a moment ago because my husband just came into the room to notify me that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter accident just now. And I just want to say that my heart and prayers go out to the Kobe Bryant family and friends. And you know, there are things that are within our control, and then there are things that are outside of our control. And what we are trying to do here is for the things that are within our control, what's within our control is ourselves. You know, we can try to control ourselves, but there are things outside of our control that we cannot control. We can't control what people think about us. There are things we can't, but there are some things we can control. And while we're here in this life, let's take the time to focus on what's important to us. Let me show you the insert first, and then I'm going to give you an example that I use for values. So at the top here is a Franklin Planner example that they provide for values. And you have space to write in your values and clarifying statements here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 on this page, and there are 5 on this page. So you can write in a total of 9 values. Let me just give you a close-up. And this is the back. And here is an example of a value that I wrote, but a value that I wrote for this year was motherhood. I value being a mother. And being a mother is actually also a role, but I also put it here as a value. That's something I value. And my clarifying statements were, I am a champion of my children's well-being. That means I'm going to support my children's well-being. I am an engaged parent. And I am a parent who listens to her children. And I put that on purpose because sometimes I'm so busy. I want my children to do well so bad. I'm sometimes saying a little more than I should say. And I kind of need to listen more. I'm like, no, don't do that. Go this route. You know, and sometimes, and that's why I put that there, because this is something I want to improve on. On the next activity is roles. And on this activity, this is where you identify your roles, like what you do. Your role could be a spouse. Your role could be that you're a mother. Your role could be that you're an accountant. 3, 4, 5. A lot of people have many roles. 5. You get to put 5 roles here on this side of the paper. And you get to put in a clarifying statement. So let me show you an example of a role that I wrote. And again, I wrote these, I had the compact size starter pack, and I purchased the classic size. So I'm planning to put in new roles. Well, not really, I'm going to have the same roles, but I'm trying to transfer this information to my classic size starter pack. So a role that I wrote here is that I am a spouse. And key people related to this role is, of course, my spouse. It could be that my children are affected too by me being a spouse. And my clarifying statement is, I will be the type of spouse who listens, have patience, display loyalty, and uplift and love my husband unconditionally. On the back of this page starts activity 3, which is starting point questions. And this part is to help you think about your life's purpose. What one thing could you accomplish in your professional life that will have the most positive impact? And it's good to take a moment and step back and think of these things. Because you know what? If you don't have a plan for your life, then either there will be no plan or somebody else will make a plan for your life. So this is how you take charge of your life. Here's another question. What one thing could you accomplish in your personal life that will have the most positive impact? On the next page, this is activity 4, and it talks about be, do, and have. And it said, and here you write down the kind of person you want to be. Oh, wow. I mean, I can't wait to fill this out. What is the kind of person you want to be? Sometimes life throws so many circumstances at us. We're just reacting all the time. But isn't it nice to sit back and think about who you really want to be and write that down? And then maybe you can design your life through your planner to reach where you can be that type of person that you want to be. Next, this talks about all the things I would like to do, where here you can write down if you want to travel, if you want to get your degree or a second degree, if you want to run for office, etc. You can write that here. And here it says to write down all the things I would like to have during this lifetime. And here you can write in, for example, a home. You might want to own a home during your lifetime. You might want to own a vacation property, etc. So that's where you would write that in. On the back here is an activity, a tribute statement. And it gives you an exercise here. And I believe these help, I haven't read through this all the way, but these type of activities help you develop your mission statement, your personal mission statement. So that is helpful. This activity talks about evaluation questions, and it says to answer these questions to gain further insight into your life and help you develop your personal mission statement. So that's what that is there. And there are some questions here for you to answer about yourself, so you can develop that. This section talks about your personal mission statement. And it looks like these are some examples of personal mission statements. And on the back here, it allows you to write a rough draft of your personal mission statement. And here you can write your final personal mission statement on this page. And you have front and, oh, and on the back is a whole page for notes. Okay, so I love these pages. Now here are sample goal planning pages. I did a video on how I write goals in my Franklin Planner. I will link it here in the upper right hand corner. So I will, since I already did a video on this, I will quickly go through these. So you get one here on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you get 5 goal planning pages. Next you get finance pages, and this is a page that you can use for your monthly expense tracker. And on here it has a column where you can put in the date, category, where, what, cash, check, card, and total amount. And they said this page is also included in the financial supplements planner pages. I did a video on the financial supplement planner pages, and I'll link it here in the upper right hand corner. On the back here is a monthly expense tracker. So if you want to keep track of your expenses, you can keep a log on these pages. Next is a monthly budget worksheet. And on the monthly budget worksheet, you can write in the month and the year. And there is, like, these 2 columns are for budget, these 2 columns are for your actual expenses, and your difference goes here. So what you budgeted, what you actually spent, and the difference. And then you have 2 columns under budget and under actual expense. One is for fixed budget expenses. Those are those budget items that don't change in amount each month. And then there are the ones that change. Those are periodic. So you would put your variable expenses under there. And here are the different categories. You can log in what you spend for automobile, charitable contributions, children, and what's under here are like subsections. So you see automobile, and then it breaks it out into what you paid for gas, what you pay for insurance, what you pay for maintenance and repairs, what you pay for automobile payments. So here are the different sections continued. Children, clothing, education, entertainment, and gifts. And on the back here is a monthly budget worksheet where you can fill in the columns as you see fit. So if you want the columns to be slightly different, you can just write them in up here. On this page, again, all these finance pages are in the financial supplement pages that you can buy separately. This is a yearly income and expense tracker. And here you can look at your items on an annual basis, where the page that I just showed you was on a monthly basis. This is an annual view. So here you can write in expenses for automobile, charitable donations, children, so on and so forth. Your savings, you can then add up all your total expenses and put them on this line. Then you can put your income here and then the difference, and hopefully your income is more than your expenses. Now on this page, I use this quite a bit. This is the automobile information and servicing sheet. And let me show you how I fill it out. Now this is the automobile information and servicing sheet that comes in the compact size. In the compact size, there's room for 1 vehicle on the one form because it's small already, because it's the compact size. On the classic size, you get room to put information on for 2 vehicles on top of each other here. And again, this is in the finance supplement pack, and you get more of these sheets if you buy the supplement pack. This is just giving you a sample of the finance pages, so if you like them, you can go ahead and get the financial package that has more of these worksheets. But this is how I fill out the automobile information and servicing sheet. I put the make and model of my car up here and the date that I had something done. So as you can see, this is the date where I had my tires rotated and pressure checked. So you put the date up here, and then you check the service that you had over here. And the type of services that you can keep track of are oil and filter changes, chassis lubricated, I guess I said that right, transmission fluid changed, antifreeze added, cooling system added, tires rotated and pressure checked, tires replaced, suspension and alignment checked, brake service, engine tuned up, air and fuel filters changed, belts and hoses checked, and I wrote in one here and where I had my tire plugged and my battery replaced. So those similar categories are on this automobile information and servicing sheet in the classic size. On the back is a spot where you can put in an annual summary of business expenses. So if you want to keep your business expenses separately, you can put them on this page. And this will be helpful at tax time because then you will have all your business expenses totaled up right here on one sheet. Next, this sheet is called a key information sheet in the starter pack. And here you put in some of your personal information like your name, date of birth, identification numbers like driver's license, passport number, life insurance, insurance policy numbers, your airline mileage programs, membership numbers, and other. Then if you want to put some password information down, there's a section for that. Then here's a section for medical information. So you can put down your blood type and your allergies and the medications you're taking. And that might be helpful because if there's an emergency, somebody could kind of look at this page and in an emergency situation. Your employment information can go right here. It allows you to put in your employer's name and business address and phone number. And there's room for another employment address and phone number. Then there's information on clothing. On the back here is a section for friends and family information where you can put in their names, their blood types, their clothing sizes. This next page of key information is, and when I say key information, I'm getting that from this upper right hand corner. And I will have a tab, I'll show you that in a minute. See, there's a tab that's provided that says key information. So I know to put these pages with the name key information under that tab. This is a medical record, and here you can put in emergency phone numbers, a fire phone number, police phone number, and the numbers of a family member or a neighbor. Family medical information can go here. On the back is information for a medical record. And here you can list your medical examinations, the date you had it, the type and your doctor's name, and the results could go there. And down here at the bottom, you can put your basic physical statistics record. And here you can put in the date, your blood pressure reading there. Another area to put in a date, you can put your heart rate there, a date, your cholesterol reading there. You can keep up with your weight right here, and then there's a section for other to put in whatever you would like. This is also a section for the key information, and this is a section where you would write in special days. I use this to write in birthdays, and then as I change out planners from year to year, I just need to pull out this special days page, and all of the dates, I can put these on my monthly tabs because they're already written out here. Next, you have a page for website trackers, and there's information. You can put in your login information if you like, the website name, comments, and password, and 9 on others. So you have a space to write in 18 website passwords if you choose to do so. Oh, and here's another page for a website tracker. As we do nowadays, with everyone being online, we all have a lot of passwords all over the place. This page is a part of the key information section as well. It is for weights and measurements, and here are some kitchen measurement information, some information about Celsius and Fahrenheit, and a conversion tables. On the back is a world map with time zones, which may be helpful to people who travel and enter different time zones. Now these are, looks like the name and address pages, and I like that on these name and address pages they left the letters up here in the corner blank, because I don't like when I get address pages and they're pre-printed, because I might have a whole lot of people's whose names start with A, and then I run out of space. This way I can dictate when I want to begin the next letter up here in this corner. So that's great. So how many of these you get? You get, it's on front and back. So you get 18 pages, and that's front and back of the name and address pages. And the back and the front looks just about the same. Now I want to show you the tabs that come in the starter pack. Let me get closer here. So you get a tab for planning calendars, planner guide, values, mission, goals, finances, and key information. And then after that, you get tabs with numbers on them, 1 through 5. And then there is finally a tab for addresses and phone numbers. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm so excited about getting a new starter pack. And if you have any questions about the starter pack, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. Please don't forget to like this video. This is Tonya, helping you feel more organized so this can be your best year yet. Take care.